Can y'all hear me? Are you still here, Cash? Hey, Joy, you in the building? How are you? Happy New Year's. How are you? Can you hear me? I'm trying to wait and see some other people. I got some tea in the microwave. I'll be right back. Hello. Hey, everybody. You doing good? You can hear me? That's good. Hey, Cash. I don't know. Can you? Look, it's my first time using StreamYard. I gotta learn how to use it. So I got to there we go. Is your mic on, Cash? I think you can speak now. Try to say something. Look, I'm gonna be learning how to do this. Hold on, maybe I gotta turn mine up. Did you leave the studio, girl? I gotta learn how to use it. Anyway, so it's the New Year's, y'all. So I wanted to come on so I could try to see about using this new streaming thing with adding people. Maybe we can get on here and have some discussions and get back to like when we used to talk and go live, and people really enjoyed that. I know I had put the broadcast up for like 5:30, but I have fell asleep. So maybe other people will start to come in. I don't know what happened. Let me see. Oh, thank you. You like my shirt? I ordered this shirt back in the summertime. Yes, I did. Let me make my tea. Today seems like Sunday, but it's Saturday. And I still have COVID. Oh my God. It's been since the 21st. The lady said I still got 4 or 5 more days that I have to quarantine, and it's still in my system. I'm like beyond mad. Yes, I do not know. This COVID is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Can you speak, Cash? Because I don't know how to use this. See if you can speak. I think you have to turn your mic on. I don't know. So I'm trying to learn how to use this so we can start to bring people up and we can start talking about different things. That's why you stay at home, Joy. I know. See what I'm saying? But I have to work, and then when you go to work, you don't you taking a chance. You gotta work. So that's why we need to learn how to make money for ourselves, so that way we can be at home and learning how to not being out there and do what we gotta do to earn our own income. Oh, I gotta unmute your mic. Oh, you got your mic muted, Cash. It says I can't unmute your mic. You have to unmute it. Yes, so that's another thing that we should be. In 2022, we start to do more of these streams so we can all learn our strengths, so we can understand how to make our own money, because we can't be dependent on the economy. We got to be dependent on our spiritual gifts and what we need to tap into to walk into our purpose so that we can be making money and our ancestors can help us, because we can't be dependent on what somebody else give us. We got to be dependent on our own strengths. Yes. So if you unmute your mic, Cash, then you can talk. So everybody have been asking me about Cash, so I wanted her to come up and speak about her experiences, and we want to start talking about spirit so people can understand spirit too. You there, mine's just loading. As it says on my in the studio, it says your mic is muted. I don't know why. Oh no, your mic is unmuted. No, wait. Because in my thing it says I can't unmute your guests because they choose to mute themselves. I don't know. See, we're gonna be learning about this. I'm trying. See if you got your mic muted, Cash. But y'all can hear me, right? Maybe it's my stream. I don't know. I might need to get I don't know. It might be the stream that I mean my Wi-Fi. We was gonna do something special today. No, it ain't working. I don't know. What's going on? Nothing. It's snowing here in Michigan. And it's supposed to be a storm overnight. Nothing much. I wanted to get on here and just talk about what we felt was coming for the new year. What was the energy everybody was feeling? I keep trying to bring Cash up here, but I don't. It just says your mic is muted. And I add you to the stream. I don't know what the heck. I don't know, Cash. It says I can't unmute your mic. We gonna figure this out. We're gonna plan some talks where we're gonna get up and talk together, but I cannot figure out how to unmute your mic. Can't unmute your guests because they choose to mute themselves. It's a good test run. See, we can figure out what's going on. Nope, it's my note because I got like a notebook. It's not like a laptop, so it's a notebook. I don't know what's going on. I can mute my mic, but I can't mute yours. On your phone, does it say that your mic is muted? I don't know. We're gonna figure this out. I wanted to that's the reason why I was trying to learn how to use the StreamYard so that more people can get involved in the discussion. But it's clearly evident I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Shoot. Oh, excuse me, y'all. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, Cash. It just says that your mic is muted. I don't know. I wish we could do a test run before I went live. So you can see me, but it says I'm loading. I wonder why, because I can see you in here. I can see, but I don't know why. We can't hear you. Man, it's so disappointing. Leave out and try to come back in and see what happened. Hey, Tamika, how are you? Happy New Year. I caught myself trying to use StreamYard so that we could bring people up to talk, and it's not working. I don't know. For some reason, Cash's mic is muted. So what's going on with y'all? What have y'all been what's been going on for the new year for y'all? What have y'all been seeing that y'all want to talk about? I do not know why. She heard me. Nah, y'all can hear me. But like when I'm trying to add her to the stream, it just says her mic is muted. Happy New Year's, y'all. 2022, I think they're going to try to start doing a whole bunch of more stuff with this economy. We're going to learn how to bring in our own revenues of money because we can't be dependent on this government. They're doing too much to try to control us. Anything on your mind? I'm not gonna well. I don't have a we had a troll in here. I mean, our 4 people and you gonna come and troll me? That's crazy. I'm not know why can I unmute your mic, Cash? I'm gonna figure this out. We gonna figure out this StreamYard. Oh, she texted me. She said keep doing the same thing. Did you, Tamika? I have COVID too. That junk is crazy. Right. We can do that where, we should all get together and think about the stuff that we want to envision for our new year and write them down. Yeah, I don't know. It gotta be my. I'm thinking it might have to do with my Wi-Fi because I'm talking to her on Instagram and she said it keeps saying the same thing. We gonna figure it out because I plan on doing more things where I can have more people come up and try to talk. Might have to get a better computer or something. I don't know. Yes, this new year has to be better than the last one. We're gonna speak favor over our lives. We're gonna speak prosperity. We're gonna speak blessings. And we're gonna walk into that knowing that we're gonna stand in our strengths and our powers. We're not gonna let what's going on around us consume our minds. It's power in the mind. So no matter what's going on, we're just gonna keep thinking positive. We may not have the money, but we just gonna see money's coming in. We may not have the love we want, but we gonna be love. We gonna walk in love and speak in love. You want to read and done soon? Good. I would love to help you do a reading. One of my girlfriends, she was in flight school, attended school, and she always asked me to give her readings, and I gave her a reading the other day, and she really, really, really said she needed it. So I love to help people. So just hit me up, Tamika, and I will definitely love to give you a reading. But we're gonna figure out how to use the stream service so everybody can start to get together and we can learn from each other. Because I don't know why it's not working. Because me and Cash planned on trying to tell y'all about how spirit works and how we were brought together, so people can kind of understand that. But for some reason, it won't let me unmute our mic. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Yeah, we was gonna talk about how we came together. I could figure it out. It just keeps telling me I can't unmute your guests because they choose to mute themselves. I don't know. We gonna figure it out. But anything else is on your mind? Like, what do y'all want to talk about? Because I know a lot of time people we used to get together on Saturdays or whenever we used to have those nightly talks, and we would all get together and start talking about stuff. And I really miss that because when we start to think and bounce ideas off of each other, it just helps you in the spirit. Cannot believe it. It's so many people that got COVID within the last couple of weeks. It's crazy. Like they released it in the air or something. Me and Cash was talking about that. It felt like something was released into the air. Cause how do you go for almost 2 years you don't get COVID and all of a sudden everybody getting it? Everybody's sick. That's just crazy. Man, I'm so disappointed, y'all. I really wanted to try to do it where y'all could come up and talk. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'm do whatever I gotta do so I can start to bring y'all up. We can learn and grow together. Because 2022, we got to start to speak favor over our lives. We're not going to let them control the narrative of what's going on in our minds. And it's power in the mind. It's power in the way you think. You know, if you think I'm down, I think I'm bad, then that's what's gonna happen. If you think I'm good and good things are coming, then good things will come your way. So I believe in that. We're gonna learn how to label our water. Like when you drink in your water, label your water on the things, like put affirmations on it, with the things that you want. When you drink in that water, when you label on your water what it is that you might want, money, peace, blessings, whatever affirmation you put on your water, you feeding your spirit with that water. So I've seen people do that and that works. I seen Tamika say she want to make a vision board. We can get together as a group, you know, everybody start to think about what it is that you want to do this year. And when you see it, it becomes something ingrained in your mind. Like people think that don't work, but it does. It's the simple things that you can do that help you change your way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like when so much stuff is going around you that's bad, but you keep programming yourself to know, in my mind, I'm gonna bring in good. Good will start to come to you. That's why I said 2022 blessings are going to come for us that chose to go higher spiritually, that chose to do the work, that chose to try to stay away from confusion. All that kind of stuff are your seeds that you ingrained, that you planted, that's going to come to fruition. So I believe that. So if you haven't seen the um the 2022 when I did that 12 card pull, you should go and see it because everything I said, basically how I felt, when all the stuff that we've been letting go throughout the year is gonna come together in this 2022. I really hate I can't bring cash up. Yes, Joy, good things are coming to us. We have no, you know, when you start to understand that no matter what is happening around you, we don't have to be a product of that. And you know that you putting in the work spiritually, good things are going to come to us. All those 2022 are good numbers. We're going to believe in a positive vibe of this year. It's going to be good for us no matter what's going on around us. We're not going to be worrying about no negative stuff. All that negativity going to be left in 2021. And I pray that I can figure out how to use this so that we can all start to come together and talk and bounce ideas off of each other and grow and learn in the spirit. Because that's the reason why we were brought together anyway, is to get strength in the spirit. I'm going to figure it out though. I'm definitely going to figure out how to use this service. I don't know if it's because of my Wi Fi, because I'm at this hotel and maybe the Wi Fi is not strong enough. I don't know. That could be it. I cannot believe people really take their time to come on here. It'd be like trolls or something. Who the hell? Yes. No more stress. Right. Stress will weaken your immune system. Stress will allow negativity to come into your life. Definitely. Stress is not a good thing. Stress will break you down. So we believe we just gonna set your intention, know that's what you want, and know that it's done. Agree with the universe that whatever you want is gonna come to you. Once you put it out there, don't think about it anymore. When you write down your intention, or say if you burn a white candle and you put on a piece of paper something that you want to come into your life. You burn it, put it in a candle. Know that you have agreed with the universe and your ancestors that that's going to happen. Don't think about it anymore. Don't stress about it. Just know it's coming. Yes, Dre, we got to stay positive. Positive is the only way. Yes, I'm gonna figure out how to use the StreamYard service, I swear. But I hate that it didn't work. We're gonna plan some broadcasts. I'm gonna get a better computer too. Because right now I just got a notebook. And this little notebook may not be powerful enough to add to people. Excuse me. Yeah, it ain't working, Cash. I don't know why. It's probably my notebook. We gonna figure it out because I want to start like me and Cash. I want me and her to start to plan out different topics so we can talk about it and bring people on live. And there's so many people that need a community of people that's positive. So once we get this figured out, the StreamYard service, we're gonna get it working. Yes. The more we keep doing it, the more people will come and the more we're gonna learn from each other. You need a community of people that you can go that's gonna be a positive network. So once we figure that out, we'll start to plan different days, like over the week. We'll get together and I know more people will come. Once you start to bring the light, people will start to come. We figure it out and we'll get together and we'll learn from each other. Just go over whatever's going on at that time and we can just talk about it, bring other people up, and we'll be all right. Yes, we do need learning and understanding, Joy. You've been one of the people that's been supporting me from the beginning, and I appreciate you. I really do. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna work it out, Cash. I'm gonna figure out either I'm gonna have to get a better computer or either it might be just a streaming, Wi-Fi connection. But I'm definitely gonna figure this out so that we can. And then see, people will come and they'll ask me, I didn't get they didn't get you know, the notifications. And I don't know why people don't get my notifications. And then they'll say they missed the live or whatever. You're welcome. I love you too, Joy. Remember, Joy, I remember I told you that whatever you worrying about, like you said, don't stress out about it. Some good stuff is coming. I don't know if you're looking for a new job or whatever's coming, but something good is about to come your way from the cards I pulled for you the other day. It's YouTube. Yeah, I don't know, because people will come and tell me they don't get my notifications, and then that's why I be trying to go live. And like the other day when I went live, it took a minute for people to start to come on, and I was just really like there talking or just waiting to see if people would come. And eventually, people did. I don't know. Yeah, YouTube and the algorithms is crazy. I put some cards for Joy the other day, Cash, and I told her, I said, whatever you stressing about, don't worry about it. Let it go, cause she got some good stuff coming. I don't know if she's looking for a new job. I don't know what it is, but some new stuff is gonna be coming your way. Yes. So we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna have live discussions. We'll pick a night or a couple days a week that we could just have a topic, put it in a community box. We'll have the topic up and we'll go live once we figure out how to bring people in so we can all come together. So this new year that we can all start to do stuff like how the young lady said something about a vision board. That's great. We need to like envision the things that we plan on doing this year and make it a visual thing. Remember to label your water. Labeling your water just energizes your body and you drinking down the affirmations that you want to happen. Blessings, money. People label their water. I seen rich people do it all the time. And that stuff help. People be thinking people crazy. It's not. I mean, it's anything that's gonna help you stay positive, anything that's gonna motivate you to bring blessings in your life, anything that's not gonna have you thinking negative thoughts. We need all positivity. In this climate of the world today, we gotta stay positive. and speak it to know it. You right, Cash. Happy New Year, 10-9. How are you? Happy New Year. So we trying to figure out how to use the StreamYard service, 10-9. So I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi connection, but it's not allowing. I was gonna have Cash come up. We was gonna talk about how Spirit brought us together, but for some reason it's not allowing me to unmute her mic. Manifesting and grounding yourself is very important, Cash. We have learned that like throughout it'll be what we met last year, so it's gonna be our second year of friendship, like family ship, because it's like we family. Like I've been talking to her. We talk every day. I tell y'all every day. We talk every day, several times a day. That's how Spirit had us together, and we learned together how to. We needed to start meditating. We learned how to together. Me and her, we learned different gifts that we didn't even know we had together. I mean, like one day she's like, I don't know, I don't do this, I don't do that. And then all of a sudden I started thinking, like, yes, you do. And we really just started to grow and learn together in the spirit, and that really helped us. And we didn't know each other from Adam, but your spiritual family is your spiritual family. No matter who they are, you're gonna be brought together in the spirit. And we learned and we understood. Sometimes we didn't talk. We had to meditate. We would go to sleep, listen to meditation music. We grew and learned together different things. It was tough for us at times, especially for her, because she had a lot was going on with her, and I want her to tell her own experience about that because it was very overwhelming at times for her. So I would have to. I think I was brought in to help her understand or calm when she was learning at first all her spiritual gifts. Yes, it was a roller coaster. It was definitely a roller coaster because there was times we wanted to give up, but we didn't. We would calm ourselves down, take a break, and come back. That water is a good idea. Yes, I I can't remember tonight where exactly I heard that. I might have been from my lady. I told y'all that I learned a lot from at the Mystic Circle, Rafiki Simone. It might have been her where I reheard it, but I do know I be seeing people do it all the time, like Tracy Ellis Ross. Diana Ross's daughter. I seen her with a bottle of water, and she had labeled something on it. So it's just you programming your water, and you drinking the libations of of the um the positive thoughts that you done programmed your water with. Yes, Joy. I needed at the time when me and Cash met each other, I was going through all this stuff by myself, which I always knew that I was in tune with spirit, but this was on a whole nother level. When I tell y'all the stuff and the emotions that we felt when we came together, when we first started feeling Vine, I was by myself and I didn't understand or realize why I was going through all this stuff. And when me and Cash came together, it really helped me to balance off somebody because I didn't even I just felt alone and I'm thinking like, why am I feeling all this stuff? But then once me and her started to speak and we would talk about it, it was just crazy. It was a lot of people that were spiritually in the light that were brought together for him in a lot of ways. Hey, Miss Catalia, I hope I pronounced that right. Hi, how are you? Yes, I was trying to learn how to use this streaming service so I could have brought Cash up because we were going to talk about how Spirit brought us together. But for some reason, it won't let me unmute her mic. So I'm thinking it might be my Wi Fi service. I don't know. You good? I'm glad. So yes, I wanted to come and just kick it like we used to kick it on. We would start talking and everybody would get going and what was on our minds. We was talking about thinking positive for 2022 and staying grounded and knowing that no matter what we're going through, that we just going to keep on speaking positive affirmations over our life and know that the power is in our mind. Like we are powerful people, and the brain, our mind is just like a powerful thing. We gotta think good. Remember, y'all, I used to tease my son because he used to play football, and I remember Deion Sanders saying, "If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you do good. If you do good, something about you are good." But that is so true. Like and your sometimes when you're not feeling good, you have to look at your surroundings. If your room is not clean, if the area you're not in is not straightened up, get up and straighten it up, clean it up, because you're gonna feel like your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? If you're feeling bad, like oh I'm good, don't say I'm bad, but like I'm good. Know that you're good and feel that you're good. You know? Yes, you gotta have good thoughts. You got to. That's why, I might have been harsh, but I have to protect my energy. Don't ever feel bad about because you can't save everybody. I'm a fixer. So it's hard for me not to fix things. If y'all get what I'm saying, I think that God put me on this earth to help people. I really truly do. And I don't know, I guess they say that we agree to that before we even are born. Like we know our purpose. Like we know. And I'm just before we even come here, it's already written. But we can't save everybody. And it's not that you don't care. It's just that everybody is not in tune to wanting to change. Some people are just so used to being stuck in the madness that they don't want change. So I'm learning that it's okay for me to protect my space and my peace because I can't help everybody. And I had to leave some people behind in 2021 that I thought, that I thought that I could help. But I'm like, you taking me back 10 or 15 years. Like, I can't be backtracking. I can't. Mm-mm. I got other stuff in my life that if you can't understand that people are part of your life that are good for you, if you don't understand that, I'm sorry, I can't help you. No, they don't want to be in a light catch. You know, I said back in, I believe, I want to say 2018 going to 2019, it was a big separation. That and I say stuff and I forget that I say it. And I knew that people were going to be spiritually separating. It was going to be people that was going to be trying to elevate higher spiritually, trying to do better for themselves, trying to mentally walk in their purpose. But then it was going to be people that was just going to stay stuck. Like they just still was going to be worried about the wrong stuff, still worrying about who wearing this, who buying Gucci, what's going on, on social media. It was going to be people that was going to be stuck. And I kept saying, like, we're not going to be able to save them, so we're going to have to leave them behind. And I don't know why in my mind I don't pay attention and remember the things that I say. It's crazy. But I'm learning to listen to my intuition because your ancestors give you messages in your mind. You got to pay attention to the signs. You got to hear it if you understand. Like a lot of times you already know your gifts, but we run from them. Why? I don't know. It was a young lady on here the other night and she was asking me was she an empath. And I said, I think you already know. Like I just felt it. I'm like, you already know. You already know your gifts. You just gotta stand in them. Look good, feel good, play good, right? And yes, Deion Sanders was one, boy. He would speak some stuff, but yes, you got to speak that over yourself. You got to know and walk it like you talk it, because we gotta understand that we got to be assured that we are powerful beings. We got to be assured that we are who we say we are. We got to get the downloads. You right. Now it's wintertime. So we need the sunlight. But if we can't get the sunlight, remember to get your vitamin D. And even if you just, when the sun is shining, I remember last year when it was cold, me and Cash, she's in Minnesota, I'm in Michigan, so we're in cold climates. We would, even when she's at work, I don't know if I have started working yet or not. I think I might not have started working, Cash. But remember when we used to go by the light by the window, and I'm like, I still get my sunlight, and we would sit in the window and just like the sun shine on us. You got to let the sun shine on you. You got to get your downloads. You know, I think you used to be at work and I used to be at home because you would call me on your breaks. And I'm like, let me go get me some sunshine. Yes, we have to do that. Yes. We have to get our downloads because we are children of the sun. We are melanite crystals. So, like, even though some of the people that we may have followed on YouTube that taught us some stuff, and right now we get what we get from the people that we're supposed to get at that time. And even if they're not relevant to us right now, I'm still appreciative of the people that taught me something. Yes, open your blinds to you, right. Me and Cash, we learned a lot from each other. Just, I guess the spirit, it was crazy. We just, we were really elevating together. We were really learning and elevating together. It was, it was just like me and her were brought together for a purpose, beyond just Vaughn. Vaughn brought us together, but even with him in the spirit, he didn't understand a lot of stuff. So we all was learning together. And when, I would get this community card all the time for us. It's 3 ladies. And it's crazy because I guess at the time he understood who could probably really help Asian at the time, who she could really trust because there was so much going on in her life. I don't think that she could trust a lot of people around her. So we were brought at that time in her life. I think she really needed some people that she could talk to that would, not scandalize anything that she brought to them. And we never done that. But we all learned and grown together. At times we wanted different things for her that I don't think she's ready for, but she just has to learn and grow that for herself. And we still love her and everything, but everybody learns and grows at their own time. Which one you thought was a fake page, Cash? My page? What? Man, because when I first started learning about Vaughn, man, y'all, it was crazy because I don't even know. I don't want to make no, I want to make a YouTube channel, but it wasn't supposed to be about this. Oh, you mean when you first talking to Asian? Oh wow, yes. That was crazy. Yes. I don't know what happened to kick me out. Yes, I had to figure out how to use the StreamYard stuff because it's crazy. It kicked me out. It just booted me out. Look, Vaughn might not have wanted me to talk about Asian. Shut the fuck up, Vaughn. Y'all, look, as soon as we said something, it kicked me out. I think I told you this before, but after Vaughn died, I really started to, y'all. I swear, y'all know he been electronic, so think I'm crazy. That he just kicked me out. Man, he might not have wanted me to talk about Asia. I don't know. Look, Brian, don't start no mess. I think I told you this before, but his ass is crazy. I think I told you this before, but after Von died, I really started to get into spirituality because I wanted to understand what happened. That led to so much more. So only a year diving into this. Yes, 10-9. I know he could, I don't know what is going on with them. I told y'all Von is crazy. I think he ignoring her, so he probably want us to ignore her too. That's how it goes. That is crazy, y'all. Did y'all see that? No, people gonna say, they gonna say, I'm fake. He like, no, I ain't talking to her. He probably like, Yes. I don't know. You know what? Y'all. I think I told y'all I've been following the man that's been trying to help get the justice for Young Dolph. And Young Dolph case remind me so much of Nipsey Hussle. These young men, I mean, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it, y'all. It's like, no, they were not perfect. Like, even like with Nipsey, Von, God, what was Pop Smoke, Mo 3, none of these people, Young Dolph, God bless them all, none of these people were perfect, but we do not know what they chose to repent for. We don't know the spiritual journey God had them on. We don't know this. But what we do know is everything is not of God. Some things are of the devil. And I feel like their lives were changed, not because of the plan that God had for them, because the plan that man had for them, if you understand what I'm saying. And so many people saw that these different deaths, that they were brought together to try to find some understanding on why all these people keep dying. I watch people start talking about the evils of the entertainment industry, and it buffer and buffer and then kicks them off a lot. Yes. You know what? It I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't want to always be like it's always something, but it is always something, y'all. There's levels to these devils. You gotta know who runs YouTube too. You gotta know who runs YouTube. Y'all know who runs YouTube. That might answer a lot of questions. But you know who runs YouTube. They got it all. They got it all. They got the streaming services. They got YouTube. They got the new. It's always a narrative that they push. You know what I'm saying? Leo Cohen has something to do with YouTube, and he is a big industry person. Yes, all social media. It's all, like I said, we're gonna get together, y'all, because it's not about numbers. It's all about growth and what we're gonna learn together. So on the community tab, we can start to put the different things that we want to talk about, get together and start to talk about it, and more people will get enlightened. It was never about the numbers for us. It never was about that. It was always about the truth. It seems like people nowadays are so drawn to mess and crap and what's going to entertain them, or it's because they're rocked to sleep. And so many people sleep walking, but we are waking up and we understand that what they tell us is not right all the time. So it's like they've been using our own powers against us for so long that we don't even understand how powerful we are. If that makes sense to y'all. and everything about with them is always hidden. It's crazy because it's always about tricks. If you think about a book has a chapter, a verse. It spells like abracadabra, magic. I think I said that to y'all before. Like ABCs, it's always tricks in it. It's always tricks. It's tricks and everything. And one time we all were falling for different things. It's in the music. It's in what they put out, like Cash said on social media. It's what they put. But we can always find the knowledge if we read between the lines. Hey, obese man, how are you? Subliminals, yes, 10-9. Subliminals. And like, when I was on this other channel and somebody was like, you can go fake talk to Vaughn again. I'm like, for one thing, I never, I'm just like everybody else. I seen that video and I knew that video, of this young man dying, it just seemed so fake. And I do not know, y'all. I swear to God, I don't know why his spirit laid on my heart. And I used to be out driving by myself and stuff would just come in my mind about this young man. And it'd be 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll be pulled over on the side of the road looking at videos. And I'm like, what the hell? This boy taking over my body. It was like my mind was just like crazy. And I would just learn the different things. It's like how the industry uses the same people. How Nipsey, to me, was connected to Vaughn because some of the people that played a part in his death played a part in Vaughn's death. So we're all connected. And it was just like, if you had light, if you believed in the truth, somehow you start to feel all these different connections with these different people. I'm fine. How are you? Yeah, so that was the reason why I wanted to try to get the StreamYard service so that me and Cash could speak on how we were brought together in the spirit, how we learned and grow last year, and just, talk about it because people think it's fake and it's not fake at all. There's a lot of people that will claim something and we don't know, our intuition tells us who's fake and who's not fake, for sure. Our intuition tells us because my family lives in Arkansas, so we always took road trips. I'm 46 years old, and we drive down south every summer. I have drove around Chicago going to a family reunion in Minnesota. It's crazy, but I've never been actually in the city of Chicago. This summer, when my mom caught a train over to Chicago to help her girlfriend pack up her sister's condo downtown because she passed away, she called me and said, "Ty, I need you to come pick me up because I can't bring all the stuff she want to give me back on a train." So I'm like, cool. My mom didn't even know. I'm like, shit, I'm going to Chicago. I'm going to go see where Vaughn from. She had no idea. I was happy she called me and asked me to come pick her up. Now, of course, I'm from Detroit, so it take you about 3.5, 4 hours to get there. So I drove over there. It's crazy. I didn't even have a lot of money. I drove Lyft the afternoon before I went over there, and I asked my son, did he want to go? At first, he said no. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll drive by myself. I'm like, I'm a gangster. I can go by myself. I don't care. We done drove 18 hours. I done drove to Atlanta. That's 12 hours. I'm doing that by myself. But I ain't drove no 18 hours. I might drive like to Arkansas. Let me do half of it and somebody else do half. So anyways, when we get to Chicago, y'all, I left in the evening. I didn't get there till like, I want to say 12:30, 12:40 at night. So my son don't really understand. I don't really think he get Well, Detroit and Chicago is alike, but not like how Chicago. I don't know because I'm not. I don't know. It's all bad. That's all I know. Like if you don't know what we don't know about it, we shouldn't be going. So anyway, make a long story short, we get there about 12:45 a.m. So I'm like, we gotta go and let Mama know we here. Pierre's first thing he was like, Mama, let's go past O Block. I'm like, boy, we can't go past no O Block. I'm like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We don't know. We can't be driving past there. He like, Mama, regular people gotta go over there. So I'm like, no. I'm like, then some of my mom was like, just go. So I drove past there, y'all. And it's crazy because my my GPS took me in the back, like in the back behind it. And it looked kind of scary. I guess I didn't go in front of it at first. So I guess it kind of let me know how to drive down in front of it. So we drove in front of it. The police was outside across the street past the store. So when I kind of slowed down, they put the light in your car to like move on. So I told my son, I said, see, you ain't supposed to be driving past here at nighttime. He's like, Mom, you just scary. I'm like, I'm not scary. I'm like, they really be beeping over here. We don't know these people. So we went to where my mother was staying downtown. And the next morning, when I got up, I said, we can go while it's daytime. This is my first time ever actually been in the city of Chicago. So I'm like, if I'm seeing this young man is connected to me, there's no way in the world I'm 10 minutes from where he grew up and I'm not going to go and see if I can actually see where Vaughn is from. So we went, and it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, so you could see everything. But y'all, I had no idea that it was really like a gate in front of this, because everybody got projects, but we don't have iron gates where people can't really drive through it. So I had no idea, like, if you don't know nobody in there, you can't go just drive through there. So I'm like disappointed. I'm like, well, damn. I'm like, well, Vaughn, I guess I just look outside and see where you from. And y'all, I swear, a thought popped in my mind, like driving around the corner. And I'm thinking, like, so I drove around the corner. I see the school. So I said, go in the parking lot. So I drove my ass in the parking lot. And I see this lady walking towards like the back of the gate. And I was like, you can see the back of the projects. So some said, park your car. So I parked my car. So I'm like, Pierce, we just going to get out and take pictures by the gate. And we'll just see. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I said, what happened to the lady? My son was like, I don't know. My son is tall as hell. He like 6'6". So I'm looking up at Pierre. I said, you didn't see where the lady went? He was like, no. So y'all, my crazy ass, I swear to God, I'm just listening to my mind. So I walked to the back of the gate to where the lady was walking toward the back of the gate. And y'all, it's like an iron gate, but it's like a when you push a key card. So I'm assuming like back in the day, you probably could walk your kids to school, to the store, or whatever. But the thing is propped open with a bottle. I guess I was like, you can go in there now. So in my mind, I'm hearing, you good, you good. So I'm like, Pierce, you want to walk in there? My son was like, yeah. His ass just followed me. I just walked through the gate like I belonged, and I just kept walking. I just kept hearing in my mind, you good, you good. So when I tell you spirit will lead you where you're supposed to go, don't listen to people. I swear, I didn't know nobody, so there's no way I could have just went through the front gate. So when I heard in my mind to go around the corner, go through the school, I just was obedient and I just did it. And I don't know, I just listened. So I don't care when people say, oh, you fake talking to Vaughn. I want to see a fake reader who walked through the gate of O Block only on what they heard in their mind. Let me hear somebody say they did that. Because I'm feeling something now. If you connected to him in spirit, then let me see you go walk through O Block. Because I swear, these people who claim they hear him, let me hear him guide you through O Block. Because I would have not been obedient to listen. I wouldn't have walked through them gates. And it was just, the gate was open. And y'all, I don't know where the lady went. I guess she was going home. She just disappeared. And my crazy, I just kept walking. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna take pictures or whatever. He's like, no, you're gonna walk through here today. And I walked through O Block, and I didn't want to be like a tourist because I already had a shirt on with Vine. I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, I took a little bit of video, but I'm like, forget that. I'm gonna walk. So I just kept walking through there till I didn't feel I should keep walking, and then I turned around and came back, and I talked to some people and everything. It's one way in and out. You cat, cause man, I had no idea that it was really like an iron gate with a security guard, and it's like they are gated in this place. And I'm like, well, if we don't know nobody, there's no way I'm gonna go up to the gate. Like they gonna let me drive through the gate. You know what I'm saying? But in my mind, I heard what to do, and that's what I did, y'all. And that's how I walked through O Block. Cause I listened to Spirit. I listened to what he told me to do. He said I trust his spirit. And when I got to that gate, I could sometimes you could hear like his accent, and I heard you good, and I just kept walking. That was crazy, but and I felt so much energy, y'all. I felt like I wasn't scared. I just feel like intense energy, really intense energy. Man, yes. I really, really, really in my mind was like, how in the world can I say that I've been talking to this young man all these months and not go see where he came from? And my mama called me, asked me for some McDonald's. I'm like, Mama, I'm on the south side. I'm just like, what you doing down there? I'm like, we'll be back. Yeah, man, that was crazy. I want to go back, but now so much stuff going on. But I'm still hope I can go and take a picture by the mural though. And that was my first time actually in the city of Chicago. Like we have drove around Chicago. I've seen the skyline, but I've never been actually in the city of Chicago. Yes, Joy, it was crazy. But if you don't believe in spirit, then I would. If I didn't believe that I was spiritually connected to Vine, I would have never heard what to do to be led to walk through O Block. And my son, I don't really think he understood. Like we didn't have no business being in there. We really did not. And y'all, because when you walk through there, I seen like it like I don't know what happened the night before. It was glass broke. It was a girl. She was moving out. It was we had walked so far in. You can see like the like you walk so far in. You can see like with the different buildings and everything. And I remember I kept walking. There was a guy in a car, and he had music blasted. And something in my mind was like, you don't walk far enough. You should turn around. Because I really didn't know how I would have reacted if I would have seen his friends. That was something else, y'all. That was let me really know that I really was connected, and I am connected, and I have a connection with Vaughn because I sent the video to Asia, and she was like, "You are so dope." I wasn't even thinking like the night before. I knew like this is not a good idea. We should not be driving past here at almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I knew that wasn't a good idea. But my dumb ass was like, I ain't scared. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna drive past there anyway. But ain't no way in hell I would have walked through there at no 2 o'clock in the morning. But the next morning, I'm like, I'm a gangster. I can go. But I still didn't realize that it was gonna be a gate where you could not go in if you didn't know nobody. And yes, y'all, that was amazing. That was something I will never forget in my whole life. That was truly, truly, truly. I felt so much energy walking through O Block. It was something else. I'm telling y'all, like I just listened, and I went to that little. It was like an elementary school or something, and it's in the back of O Block, and it's a gate. If you ever go back there, if you ever feel like you gangster enough, it's an elementary school in the back of O Block. You go back there. It's a real tight parking lot. If you go to the gate, they got it propped open with a bottle. You can walk through. I'm like, I ain't scared. And I kept hearing in my mind, you good, you good. So I kept walking. That's my experience, y'all, walking through O Block. My people, you fake, go fake, talk to Ryan. How you fake walk through O Block ugly? That's why I don't even listen to people. I ain't going back and forth with nobody. You don't even understand the connection with spirit. So there's no use to me talking to you. Your mind is not even elevated high enough to connect spiritually with somebody like that. I wish Cash View could have been there. Girl, that would have been something. That would have been amazing. But yes, that was something else, y'all. That was like the highlight of my summer, man. I ain't even go nowhere all summer. That's the only place I went. It was to Chicago to pick my mama up. She didn't even know my intentions. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait. I'm going to O Block. My whole way there, I'm thinking in my mind, like, you better get your nerve up because you're going to O Block. I'm driving from Detroit to Chicago, y'all, and I'm geeking myself up the whole way. Like, you going to O Block? Y'all just get it in my mind. I just was like, that was my whole sole purpose. I'm like, I wonder how far my mama is from where Vaughn lives. And we was driving on the freeway, and I started seeing 63rd and all the other streets. I'm like, oh hell yeah, we about to go to O Block. Yes, it was amazing. I'm like, yeah, and I took my parents wanted to see all kind of stuff. He wanted to see where I always get G Herbo was from. He wanted to see where some other people was from. So I drove him like we looked it up on the phone and I took him to different places where other people was from. But y'all, that was the highlight of my summer shoot. I went to go pick my mom up and drove over there. And they called me to my, can you bring us some breakfast? I'm like, I ain't even buy y'all. I'm doing something else. But yeah, it's crazy, y'all. It's been times like I can really hear him in my. I can hear. You can hear his accent and everything. But you gotta believe, like he don't like when you doubt. I doubt myself a lot. Yeah, that was crazy, y'all. That's why I'm like, I ain't about to go back and forth with dummies. Go fake talk the line. Hey, I bet none of y'all spiritual advisors walk through O Block. They can't say that. But that night, I was kind of scared, y'all. I'm like, I have no damn business driving past O Block at almost 2 o'clock in the morning. This is a dumb idea. But that morning, I wasn't scared. Yeah. What else I want to talk about? But I'm gonna figure out how to use this StreamYard so we can come together and we can really learn and grow in the spirit because spiritual energy is real and it connects you. Your spiritual family is real. We are all connected in the spirit. Like a lot of people have told me their different experiences with Vaughn, and he will go visit different people. He does go to different people in the light. So some people might be telling the truth, some people might be adding on to it. That's why, like, a lot of times when I didn't have nothing to say, I didn't say it. If I didn't feel anything, I wouldn't put it. But if it was on my heart, I would do it. If it was something I felt spiritually, then I would put it. But otherwise, if it didn't make sense, I didn't do it. But it's a lot of stuff that we planned on doing that I'm gonna do in 2022. Bring the energy of letting these younger generation know how the evils of the industry is. Learning and growing and being positive and how we can walk into our spiritual gifts and being able to understand one another is just a great thing. That's what I don't know tonight. She said that Won't you try to come in here and see what happened? Because I don't know if it's I don't know if it's me or what. Let me see. Because I put the link up at the top of the broadcast. It said something about I couldn't unmute her mic. Hey, happy New Year, gang. Loyalty, happy New Year. Yeah, so I want and I gotta be more consistent so that we can all start to really form our community. A big brother vibe. Yeah, mine is crazy. Y'all, y'all's in here. Oh, you gotta go back. I don't think he wanted me talking about Asia. He kicked me out the studio. He would mess with your electronics, that's for sure. He would mess with your electronics. Oh, she said she was unmuted, but my side was just loading. I don't know what the heck. Do you know if Vaughn believed in spirit before he died? I know Vaughn accepted God before he died. I do know that. So I guess if he accepted God before he died, he had to believe in spirit. I'm not on the phone. I'm on a notepad, and it's connected to my phone. Loyalty, I just was telling them that. It says you don't get the notification. Follow, unsubscribe, and subscribe. I do believe that before Vaughn passed, he had a choice on what he wanted to do, and he chose to repent, and he chose God. So if he chose God, then he had to believe in spirit. He had a praying mother, he had a praying grandmother. I just felt something when I just said that, y'all. It's a lot of stuff those kids went through. That's why I can't judge them. I don't know what the hell was going on in Chicago. But that's really like in the whole world though. And it's like, how do we really break that down? And I don't know what it was. What was put over those kids at that time. It just seemed like they was under some type of something. I mean, when they were on Twitter with that back and forth, like they really was living in a video game. It seemed like they was all under some bullshit that had been put upon them. I don't know how to explain it. Cash, what you saying? Yes, he did believe in spirit. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. And then people want to be like, well, y'all act like he didn't do nothing wrong. I never said that he didn't do anything wrong, but we don't know what he asked for forgiveness for. We don't know what them kids was going through. It's like once you in it, you in it. What are you supposed to do? It's like you wake up one morning and people are trying to kill you. You can't go back home and say, well, I don't want to do this no more. If every day you wake up and people is trying to kill you, what you gonna do? Generational, yes. Evil programming. Man, y'all. I think I heard him say like on an interview or something, like I wish my mother had money. I wish I didn't grow up the way I did. You know, it's crazy. I was listening to this guy last night because I couldn't sleep. And what's his name? God, I gotta think, y'all. I just subscribed to him. Now I believe this dude, and he was saying some stuff about them and about how he grew up with them. He won't take his mask off, but his stories seem like they were really authentic. What is that? He got a lot of people that follow him, and he said that he got tired of the bloggers um telling their story and they lived it. Hold on, I can't think of his name, but I'm gonna tell y'all. Trenches, yes, yes, yes. He was really, kind of giving, when you hear from out the mouth of these kids or young men of the things that was going on there, it's kind of unbelievable. And then, like he was saying, he was kind of upset. He thought Slutty and him, when Slutty found out his T-Roy had passed, they were locked up together. And Slutty was told him that he was going to walk away from it, go somewhere else, and start over. He said he didn't do it. Yeah, it's crazy, y'all. And it's like 109 said, generational. I mean, it's more than just generational, y'all. To me, that city, that police department, the mayor, the whole thing, if they wanted to stop that stuff, they could have stopped it, but they didn't want to stop it. They wanted those kids to keep killing themselves, Yes, Cash, trenches. They wanted, if you put it on Twitter, I'm on just an example, 65th and whatever, and I'm gonna be out there and I'm gonna do whatever to you. And much people they be having on Twitter, these Twitter detectives. You mean to tell me they couldn't stop these kids? Come on now. They could have stopped them. They just chose not to stop them. But it's like cycles if you think about it. Because Chicago, man, it's still bad. But remember how it used to be like in Detroit, then it goes, and how it was in New Orleans. It is like Houston, Fifth Ward, or even think about like how it was out there with Nipsey is. It's just like they have been doing this to us because if you think about the spiritual world, you think about the gifts that we had before we came over here. They've been using the power that our ancestors, they learned and stole from us to cripple our minds for years because they know if we step into our power, our strength, they're scared. Yes, I used to hear stories about how Chicago, they was giving them guns or trying to set them up or doing stuff to them, leaving empty Nike trucks so they can try to arrest people. Just crazy stuff. I mean, and you gotta think about it. Like, that's a traumatizing way to live. In his music, he told a lot of the truth. And he said he lived Grand Theft Auto. It's like they were really living in a video game. You wake up every day and somebody trying to kill you. But only those bullets was real. That shit is crazy. I can't even imagine y'all living there with your family and you might be walking to a bus stop. Somebody roll down the window and shoot you or shoot your mother, your grandmother. I mean, crazy. I mean, like one of the first videos that I really like, he would show me all kind of videos of the drill, and so I could kind of learn the background. I remember I was at home one day, and I think I was like, in my mind, I was confused on like why are you drawn to this young man, and he done all this bad stuff, and he would start showing me different videos of who he really was, like how he ran across the lady giving away stuff on Christmas, or just different things like to let me know this is not what he really wanted to do, that he wanted to change. Imagine if they stopped rapping about killing each other and stopped emphasizing money and shiny things over everything and stop glorifying. Yes, Tendon. Because like you said, it's programming. Yeah. And then like people be like, why do you care about this so much? Because it's the youth. Our youth is listening to this stuff. These people pick these kids for a reason. They go to different neighborhoods, Detroit, Houston, Chicago, California. Get all the kids, all these young men they know that got rap beef, put them out there, put them on the radio so they can put the kids listening to this music to glorify it so they can just keep on with this cycle of us killing each other. But we so rocked to sleep that we don't understand it or see it. And then people want to say, well, what does it have to do with you? What does it have to do with me? It has to do with me and you because our generations are hearing this. And this is what they're putting on a world platform for our minds. But if people don't understand that, they're not gonna see it, you know? And then when you get to be like, well, I don't want to do this no more. I want to give a different message. They try to start to make you feel like you're crazy, like how they did NLE Chopper. If you're not going with what they talking about, then it's a problem, you know? And I feel like the ones who died are the ones who they knew that they couldn't control. The ones who they could control are still here being led like puppets. That's just my thought. Those kids were 9. That's crazy. And see, what happens is, I think that, see, I don't know a lot about the gang culture, but what I did find out is like a lot of the older people in that gang had went to jail and the structure had died. So the younger kids didn't have structure. Instead of the structure of them having the organizations of whatever they were doing, blah, 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 boom, all that structure, it fell apart when all the older people went to jail. So when the younger people didn't have structure, it became about beef. And, you know, the older people couldn't do much. I don't guess they could cause some because you get the wild young people that's not paying attention. And what can they really do when they locked up or dead? And then when they go to jail or somebody die, the younger people got to step up and take their spots. And that's how people like mine go up because they had no other choice. They got to. It's just crazy. It's just like you said, generational curses that got to be broken. And then when you get people like when they start to come up out of it, they don't want them to teach better stuff. They don't want them to show people the right way. Like how Nipsey Hussle was trying to teach people how to be, you know, self-sufficient. How Young Dolph was down there trying to help his community. Von wanted to go back to Chicago and do better. He planned on opening up daycares. He wanted to do stuff for Oblat. They didn't want that kind of stuff. They don't want them creating, you know, peace. They want confusion. And it should matter to us because it's just a cycle that affects everybody. Now, why spirit works the way it works, I don't know. I can't say. I don't know why some people are moved in certain ways by certain things. I don't know why we connected different, you know, spiritually to different stuff. I don't know, y'all. I can't explain that. You know, I don't think, I think that's the reason why it's called spirit because we can trust our intuition to be led, that we don't have to see it because it's more to this world than we just see. So we can be led by the spirit, then we can understand the connections that we need to help us from the people that came before us. You know what I'm saying? They should set up an inmate podcast program for young guys like 25, 35 that are doing like speak about how much they regret it. I heard D Rose really changed is into Islam. Oh wow. You're right. You are so right. Because man, y'all, it just gets deep to think about it now. Von's been half his life locked up in jail. The other half doing stuff that he probably wasn't so proud of, but he did because he, for whatever reason. Then we do get to live a little bit. He get caught up in the industry. People all in his mind. He can't live. He can't be happy. He trying to help so many people. It's a crazy way to live. I mean, think about the I see some videos before Vaughn really became famous. He did with the Got 16 Shots visual. And you can see that Vaughn was shell shocked, like, but he had tried to find peace. Like, they don't want people like Vaughn to find peace, and that's sad. You can see his mind, like, always was going, or you can see that, he just didn't feel safe at times. Then when he found peace, they wanted to take it away from him. I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I just, I'm forever be connected to this young man in the spirit, and I'm sad that his life was cut short. I'm sad that he didn't get a chance to evolve. The same way I'm sad for Nipsey Hussle. And even though Nipsey Hussle got to live to be 33, he did not complete his whole journey here on earth. And it's all about people being jealous of their authentic selves. These people didn't have to pretend to be who they were. They were authentically born to be who they were. And people, they look at them and they want to be what they are, but they pretend to be. They can never be authentic like these people. And it's just sad that they, feel like they can take these people's lives away. It's just crazy. I don't know. Yeah. And when you said something about D Rose, I just thought about him. Vaughn, when he made that song, What It's Like, when he said he was in the cell with him, and when D Rose got sentenced and hurt his soul. Now think about this, y'all. Wonder where would they put D Rose and Vaughn in a cell together, knowing that they probably did whatever they did together out on the street. It's like they put them in a cell together to let them know, oh yeah, y'all was out there doing that. Now y'all locked up together. It's just crazy. It's like a mental game they play with them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how in the world, out of all the people in jail, Vaughn end up in a cell with D Rose? It's like they do it to play mind games with them. Let them know, yeah, y'all was the kings out there on the street. Now y'all locked up together. You know what I'm saying? It's just a big game. Like he said, it's a game they play with you. I don't know. It just saddens me that they had to live their lives that way. And then when they finally try to turn their lives around, it gets taken. J Hoods. No, should I tonight? I'll check that out. I don't know. I may have came across it and just don't know. Y'all see this person in the chat. What the block your ass? I don't know. What does J Hood be talking about? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look him up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up. J Hood's talking about Asian Doll. I don't know why they won't get up off her. They give her too much power, man. Everybody want to throw Asian Doll under the bus, but all these people was right there next to Vine. What was y'all doing? That's what I want to know. Y'all pushed her out of his life. Y'all made sure they argued. That y'all made sure that he cheated. Y'all made sure that he didn't want to. He didn't want. They caused confusion in their relationship. Got her out the way. Now all y'all was surrounding Vine, all his friends, all the true people who really supposed to love him. What did they do to help Vine? What did they do? Because when he was with Asian, he was at home making videos. Now, what did he do with y'all? It was so many people that was envious around Von. You talking about BS Cash, you know. Yeah, these people, that young man didn't have a chance in hell. It's like when he was with her, he was laughing, he was smiling. When he wasn't with her, he just looked so lost and mad, and I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, back on his heels. I don't know who J Hood is, but I'm gonna check him out. I'm definitely gonna check him out. That's just like it's videos with Von Friend, and I'm was the guy that went to Asian party, and I'm sure y'all know Von was always on the phone talking to his friends that was locked up. So I'm sure she probably talked to them. Now, for them to show respect and go to her party, that's a problem. If they didn't go to her party, they would have talked about that. It's always a problem. It don't matter. Yeah, they don't want to. They don't want to see nobody happy, Joy. They don't, And this is, I mean, I've never seen. Other people passed away. Now, even with XX Tentacion, even XX Tentacion, y'all know it wasn't always great stuff around him. It wasn't always great energy around XX Tentacion. But I do also know that he was killed for a reason as well. But what I will say is, even with him, I don't see as bunch of mess following behind him as they doing with Von. And I don't care what nobody say. It comes from dirt. The interview that came out that Quando, DM Asian, and Von didn't like it. I ain't heard nothing about that. Carlita. I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna have to. In the year that me and Cash spoke to, the year that last year, Asian told me a lot of stuff. She never mentioned Quando Rondo not one time. I doubt if King Von ever discussed his relationship with J Hood. They knew each other, but I don't think he was that close to be talking about his relationship with him. I think he lies about that. Oh, y'all, is that the guy? Wait a minute. That might be the guy that somebody asked me to go back and check out. I'm sorry, and it was I just spit out my mouth. Oh Lord. I think that's the guy. I think Cash. Somebody showed me that, and either I showed Cash. I don't know, because sometimes we'll DM each other different stuff, and I'm like, who is this goofy? I think that's who it is. And he talking about he didn't even respect what his family said. Now y'all know how Von felt about his family. So if he don't respect his family, I want to respect that. No, you're right. They can't be that close. Oh, okay. It is something. Yeah, Quando was definitely a part of the industry play. He was used. He was used. He was definitely used. He was used. If y'all think about this, and I mean, because we have moved forward. We move forward, but sometimes you got to go back. Just go back and listen to that fake manager. The manager spilled the beans when he first started giving interviews. He confirmed at least 5 bodies said Von was still robbing people when he went to Dirk's interviews. Gives a rundown of who's really friends and what BS. I don't know. He's about positivity now, though. Yeah, right. Yeah. And what's crazy is I don't even like that man, so I ain't gonna say his name. That fake manager, how come after Vine passed, he did some interviews, kept on saying he wasn't in his right mind, he wasn't in his right mind. Like, what is that supposed to mean? If he wasn't in his right mind, you should have took him home then. Why you have somebody out that wasn't in their right mind? Then why he dyed his dreads blonde? All that suspect stuff. I don't, man. If I was Dirk, I would retire. There's no way in the world I've been rapping for all these years and all these people die behind me. I would go home and sit down. I would not want to be in the public eye anymore. I've lost my brother, I lost Vaughn, I lost my cousin. I've lost all these people trying to be a rapper. I would go sit my ass down. Yeah, you can't confirm or deny really anything because I don't trust nobody that's gonna sit up there and just exactly say who Vaughn supposedly did what to. How you just gonna, you know what I'm saying? And then you gonna, then yeah, that's the guy he talking about. The reason why he ain't had no old block chain because he would never wear it and talk. Excuse me, talking about he got into an argument with Vaughn about different stuff and why would he even be sitting up there talking about Asian with you? You weren't even around him. Like that nigga lying. I don't trust him. And you know what, y'all? If he was in his right state of mind, Vaughn would have never let them people got him into that box, that trap. That's what really made me. I'm like, this young man was on it. Like, I think that interview he did with academics and how he was looking around, like, and everything. I'm like, there's no way if he was in his right state of mind that he would let them guide him into that trap. That's what made me really understand that it was some bullshit. And yeah, he probably wasn't in his right state of mind because what was y'all giving him? That's how I knew, like, this ain't right. That young man wasn't in, he was too smart for that. And what made me so mad was he felt like he wasn't in the streets, so he didn't need a gun. He felt like this is industry and we can fight. So they knew that. They knew that Von thought they knew that he knew that they was weak. They knew that he didn't they knew that he didn't feel like he needed a gun for them. And that's how they got him. He said J Hood lied on his YouTube channel about Asian and Duke, so the interview came out. He's saying something different. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm still gonna stick with what I'm not sure if this is his little cousin, his god sister, K Killer. I'm not sure. I believe it might be his cousin. I don't know. Don't quote me wrong. But I know they all grew up together because you see pictures of them from little. I believe her. Like she said, if Vaughn was alive, none of these people would be speaking on Vaughn. They wouldn't be talking about him. They wouldn't be switching sides. I believe her wholeheartedly. Yeah, I don't know. I just, it, I don't know. It's crazy because for one thing, I don't think what guy is gonna be speaking on another guy's relationship. That's women stuff. And two, you trying to get your views up or you need money or something because why are you putting Von's personal life out talking about what happened with him? It's a bunch of bullshit. Nobody that really was down with Von is going to be speaking on Von's personal life. And people know that no matter if Von mess with you once and then you were loyal to him, if y'all not together or not, he's not going to let you disrespect her. So that means he wasn't really cool with him because he's not going to let nobody disrespect nobody that he cared about. Exactly. They don't like Asian because she kept his mind clear. She kept him at peace. She gave him, for that little time that they were together, she gave him a place where he could really be free again. Like, if you look at him, his eyes wasn't wandering. He wasn't looking lost. He was more happier than any of the videos I've ever seen him in when he was around that young lady. It's like he found a place where he could truly just like be peaceful. And even though they were toxic, even though they argued, I think they brought out, they grew together, like they gave each other something to balance them. Yes, he was trying to get back with her. People can lie about it, people say whatever they want. Vine's intentions was to get back with Asian. He was going to get back with Asian. That was his intentions. It just didn't get there. When he died in November, I believe it was gonna come out for her birthday party or something. Yes, Cash. They really, really, really loved each other. No matter what people think, they did love each other. And his cousin did confirm it. And what's crazy is to me, people get mad at his cousin for speaking on Vine. Who else supposed to speak on Vine but his family? That's, I mean, you got people that they claim was around this young man and his mother are twins. So of course he gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Those goofy ass people on the internet, like that's why I'm like, whatever. I just want to get the, whatever he, in my spirit that I was led to do to get this young man's story told. That's what I wanted to do. He was very brokenhearted. He was brokenhearted. He felt like people around him stabbed him in the heart. He felt stabbed in the back. He was surrounded by snakes. Truly surrounded by snakes. And the industry is a wicked business. It really is, y'all. Them contracts people sign, it's a whole lot to it. Yeah, I'm sure, like, I seen a video or something where I mean, you cannot erase facts, because I think it was a video. He like, I be back and forth with my ex and shit. I ain't trying to fuck with nobody. But see, people don't want to admit that. I just want to know why this fake baby mama ain't took no DNA test, y'all. Y'all ever get on her clubhouse, make sure y'all ask for a DNA test. I don't think we ever gonna get it. I don't think they gonna ever get a DNA test. I hope his mama take her ass to court, because that girl is lying. She cannot be sure that that's Von's baby, because if it was, that'd have been the first thing I did was get a DNA test. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna figure out how to use this, get a better connection, or figure out how we can use the StreamYard. So I put up on the community channel. We'll come back together. We'll come back live, and we'll talk about some different stuff. And we just gonna learn and grow. 2022, y'all. We gonna step into our purpose. Look, I'm gonna start doing videos for skincare too, y'all, because I am a licensed esthetician. I do skincare, and it's products I want to put out. So I'm gonna get that together as well. And we just gonna keep on growing our spirituality, learning and walking and keep speaking favor over ourselves, because we're gonna have a good year this year. No matter what's going on in the world, we're gonna stick together and we're gonna keep on speaking abundance, peace, and love over our lives. So y'all let me know. I'm gonna put up in the community tab what y'all want to talk about next. I'll think about some readings to do. I'll get with Cash and I'm thinking about it. I still want, hold on. Deja and her baby was with Dirk and OTF. Ha! Shut the. Are you serious? Deja and her baby was with Dirk and OTF at a New Year's party. Don't that sound weird to y'all? Past lives. Yeah. This lady told me in my past life that I always was a lady, a powerful lady who helped people, and I never was with anybody, and it never bothered me. I'm like, what the hell? I want to get married. India was holding the baby. Y'all, you shut the fuck up. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cuss. You know what? I mean, people gonna say that I'm a conspiracy theorist. They gonna, man, y'all. There's no way. How in the world are you with Dirk? Oh my God. How you with Dirk, but you won't go and take a DNA test with his mother? That's some bullshit. I don't care what nobody say. This whole situation is weird. It's all some demonic energy behind this bullshit. I don't care what nobody say. It ain't right. India, they all look slow if you ask me. And I have not seen that. That is crazy. Ain't no way in the world. The first people in the world I'm going to want to know that confirm this is my child's father is his family. Exactly. That's what I see. Okay. She got on. That's exactly when she only messed with rappers. Her whole lifestyle is different. That's why I don't understand how people believe this stuff. That's why I'm like alleged baby mama, because where the clubhouse is toxic tonight. They haven't got a test. They have not got a test. That was confirmed. I've been saying in the spirit they ain't had a test for months. I don't care what nobody said. I've been saying that. But no, they have not got a test. That's why Belo got on there and said that the girl was supposed to come over for Thanksgiving and had been talking to Von's mother. And it was supposed to be a DNA test scheduled or planned or however, and she just stopped talking to Von's mother. No, they have not got a test. And that's why him and the girl said, we love that test taken. That'd be the first thing I wanted to do was get a test. Yes, that's what he said. She said they talked to his mom. They set up a time to go to do a DNA test. They planned for her to come on Thanksgiving, and she stood Mama Von up. That's crazy. These people keep coming in here putting in these porn sites. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people? The most accurate DNA would be with Von's mother, not his half siblings. That's right, Miss Riley. But she was with Kima at the time she was supposed to take the test. So weird. He has an estate, not just some regular street dude. Exactly. Now, y'all, I can say what I want to say. Of course, I know I'm going to be Von biased. I'm always going to be for Von, but no. I'm my friend, but he can do no wrong. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I'm telling you, I feel in the spirit. I feel in the spirit. I talk about this in regular life. People know how much I wear King Von shirts to work, Ipsy Hustle, whoever I support, whatever. But okay, this is what I'm gonna say. How you go to his funeral? You don't introduce yourself to his mother. You don't introduce yourself to anybody, and you sitting on Bonnie's lap, and you pregnant with supposedly with his child. None of that sounds right to me. It all sounds like a movie. Bela was bad. I really pray for Von's mother. Yeah, it's sad if you think about it, y'all. I don't know. In my mind, sometimes I feel like Von knew that he may die. He didn't know. Like, I'm sure he didn't want to die. I know he knew it may come. But I think that he felt like he had to get his family in a better situation. Like, if it, like he wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt in his heart, maybe he was content knowing that his family was not in a position they were once in, if you get what I'm saying. Uh, K Killer is one of the people Vaughn goes with. And I know he goes and sits with her a lot because she takes it very bad. I don't know, y'all. This whole thing with Vaughn, it just weighed on me. But I believe that we're gonna get some answers in 2022. Like, they can't keep covering it up. Like, I mean, that's weird as hell. Now, y'all, I was gonna do a reading on like why the why I feel like the album being held up. I feel like I'm gonna do it. I feel like it's money, timing, and somebody trying to use Von's lyrics or use his material. It's something like that. I think it's somebody because I seen a video with that man from Empire Records, and he said the best time to put out new music was around Christmas. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, yeah, they're gonna drop the album around Christmas. They know a lot of kids would buy Von's album. I think they had a tentative date for Christmas. That's why Belo was telling people the date that they told him. But people got mad at Belo talking about why he was lying. He can only tell y'all what they told him. But what's the real reason they didn't release it during Christmas? What's the real reason they didn't release it around Christmas? I think somebody's trying to use some of his material. Wait a minute. I think the girl was a part of the setup because we gotta remember they have been planning. They have been planning to get rid of my. Yep, exactly. More ties to his money. But the whole thing is, she was sleeping with Vonnie and Von and whoever else. You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is, y'all. Well, we done talked about this. We have talked about this. Um, I believe Dirk was asking Kayla to, use her friends to get Von distracted. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did. She did steal his jewelry, I believe. Miss Riley. Yes, I do believe that too. I believe that he has. You see what I'm saying? As much as these children love Von, as much as they love Von, they would rather keep him trending for gossip than put out new music. I mean, sorry, y'all, new music. That don't even seem right, do it? Set up girl, probably so. Did anybody ever confirm whether she was Suge Knight's daughter. Cause I need to quit smoking, y'all. Cause remember at first she was claiming she was Suge Knight's daughter. But it's crazy because I follow Suge Knight's son. I ain't never seen him put her up. Nope. Joy said nope. This whole thing with Vine is like a bad soap opera. And people always say, why don't his mama say anything? His mother would never say nothing, y'all. I don't believe you would ever hear his mom speaking on the internet because she really didn't before. Remember, the only way we ever heard little clips of, when I look back, little clips of Von's mom is when he had her on a video or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you would ever hear his mom speaking on the internet. It just doesn't seem like who she is. It doesn't, it's like she talked to her family, you know, but I don't think she would ever be vocal on the internet. Oh, Miss Riley, there you go. Boom. She's not. Okay, loyalty. Okay, y'all. So why she lie about that? See what I'm saying? You know, lied said you Suge Knight's daughter. What else you lying about? Tonight talking about his mom. She is beautiful. Yes, loyalty. She is hurting. It's sad, y'all. It's sad. Like she loves his children because they are part of him. So my thing is this: what if this will be? We lost. We lost Vaughn. What? This will be the second holiday they had went through without Vaughn. So if that was really my child's father, I would want him to. I would want my child to be around his mom. I would want my child to know his mom. That's why I'm like, all this stuff sounds suspect to me. Yeah, it's sad. Like, even though that they live in a better life, I bet you any amount of money they'll give all this stuff away to bring Vaughn back. But I know that he wanted them to have a better life. Yeah, I don't trust Dirk, man. Dirk's something else. I don't trust him at all. All of it sounds weird to me, Joy. The whole situation is weird. Because if you got a man's child, you would want to confirm that. You would want to confirm that. Now, y'all just told me some stuff I got to go look up because I had no idea. And it's crazy how it seemed like Dirk and them pay for stuff to keep Von trending in blogs. Like how for the birthday party for Kima's son, they was all there. It's like a photo opportunity. And she gonna say she spent $30,000 on that baby party. Why? You could use that $30,000 for something else, but you didn't pay for it. They did. It's like they rather keep him in gossip and blogs than release new music. Loyalty, you know what? They might have been. They may have been. They may have been there that night because it's really weird and odd to me that place where Von died was not where he was supposed to be. And who owned that bar? Who claimed he was with Dirk that night? It all is some odd stuff going on in that whole story. Because supposedly, allegedly, what is that boy name? The one who gave Kayla that car. It was his uncle's bar. He claimed his uncle called him. There was a lot of weird stuff happening that night. More money for them on his name, right? 21 Savage, right, Miss Riley? This whole industry thing is crazy, y'all, because it's gatekeepers and it's people that, man, I believe that when they let Vaughn out of jail for that murder, they had already knew what was going to happen to Vaughn. I feel like they knew that Vaughn was not going to be cooperative. He wasn't going to listen. They knew all that. They knew it. It was just another stream of money. I believe the play was made on Vaughn when they let him out of prison, because fraternal orders stick together, and I don't care what nobody say. All this stuff sticks together. The industry, the police, all the stuff sticks together. And the way they hated Vaughn, there's a lot of people getting paid off that boy's name. Man, I don't even know about that tonight. I don't know if hookah lounges are a popular place or not, because I just know it wasn't a scheduled stop. You know what I'm saying? And of all the places in the world, they could all ended up in that same parking lot that night. It does. It saddens me too, Loyalty. I don't know, and that's why I think that so many people seen the setup and they just want to know the truth. People want to know the truth. Will we ever get the truth? It's like with the Nipsey Hussle case. Will we ever get the truth? That whole thing seems staged to me. And I never really talked about it. I always feel like something happened on that set of Higher with Nipsey. That video Higher, something happened on that video set. I don't know what happened. Something happened on that video set of Higher. I don't know if Khaled and old boy was sent to say something to him and he didn't agree with it. Something went down on that video set. I will always believe that. It's very sad, y'all. And I know people gonna say, "Oh, y'all conspiracy theories," but some of this stuff just don't look right. It don't look right. It just don't sit right. Now this thing with Dolph, it's like, will we ever really know what happened to Dolph? We may know the people, the fall guys, but we ever really know what happened with Dolph? It is very sad, y'all. I don't know, and I've always been connected to music since I've been. My mother and my aunt always listen to the blues. They done met so many people, y'all. That met Bobby Blue Bland, Johnny Taylor, BB King. They have always met people. So us as kids here in Michigan, like I told you, I'm 46. And when we were teenagers, we would meet a lot of people. We would go to all the concerts and we would go downtown. And back then, we would just like, because our parents worked at General Motors, we would have a little bit of money, whatever. But we would buy our concert tickets and we would book a room at all the major hotels downtown. And wherever we seen the tour bus, we would check in just so we could be around what was going on, when the concerts came. And I mean, we met a lot of people. We met Jodeci, we met Tupac, we met Ice Cube, we met Big Daddy Kane, we met Guy, we met so many people, y'all. And we met some of these people more than one time. Like, we would see Jodeci, we would always like talk to them like they was cool with us. Like, we always been around the music industry. I met Tiny. I've met so many famous people. I've met a lot of people, and they just like us. It's just regular people. So if you just talk to them like we talking to each other, they respect you more than you screaming and hollering and stuff. So like when I met Tupac, I was a kid. I had no idea who Tupac was. Yeah, you talking about Von tonight? At least he got to do something big with his life between the street life and the cases. Yes. Hookah lounges are popular in Atlanta. Yeah, I did. I met Pac. I think I told y'all. I told the story of me meeting Pac on a video. I told y'all I'm 46, so of course Von wouldn't even be in my age range, but I just got connected to him spiritually. But yes, I met Tupac because we needed the iron. We needed to borrow an iron, and Tupac was here with Digital Underground. And my cousins are older than me, and they always sending me somewhere to do something. So we had called down to the front desk to ask for iron. They said all the irons were out, and they said, but the people across the hall got an iron. You maybe catch them before they send it back down. So anyway, my outfit I was wearing was a blue polka dot outfit. Y'all remember? I don't know. I'm telling my age, but it was a rapper named Kwame that was out back then, and everybody wore polka dots. So my outfit was like rayon. I need to iron it, and they had like this. People back then wore like Gucci duffel bags and stuff. So they was like, Tanya, if you go get the iron, we'll let you carry the duffel bag with your outfit. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I must have been like 15 or 16. I don't know. So I went and knocked on the door. Now I didn't know it was Pac, y'all. I swear to God, I didn't know who he was. So I'm like, the front desk said that you guys may have an iron. Have you sent it back down? He's like, no, I'm almost done. You come in, I'll be done in a minute. I don't know word for word what I said, but this is basically it. So, when you walk in a room and it was two beds, like two full-size beds. So one bed he was ironing his khakis, and the other bed it was a big like jukebox radio with a whole bunch of tapes. So back in the day, I used to have a real smart mouth. And something in my mind was like, don't get smart, don't get smart. So I was like, you a rapper? And he looked up at me and smiled like, yeah, I'm a rapper. So some kept saying, don't get smart. I do remember this. And I was like, well, what's your name or whatever? I asked him what his name was. And I think he told me Tupac Shakur or whatever. And I looked like Tupac. He's like, yeah, Tupac. I was like, a name like that, you're going to be famous. And that's how I met Tupac. I borrowed the iron from him. And later on that night, we had a whole bunch of people in our room. Like I said, my cousins are older than me. And they had a whole bunch of people in the room that was making a whole bunch of noise. And somebody came knocking on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Talking about security, security. And it was Tupac and Humpty. And it's like, y'all can't have a party without the Humpty Man. And that's how we knew that Tupac was with Humpty. Yep, that's how I met Tupac. Y'all, I met a lot of people here in Michigan. It was easy for us back then. It wasn't so bad, like all the security, like in the hotels and stuff like that. Until people start to find out, like that's, you go look for a tour bus and then that's where the hotel was. So like we would still be cool because we'll be having a hotel key and everything like that. We met a lot of people. We used back in the day, the backstage pass was like before CDs and stuff, they had the cassette. So they would whatever their album cover was their backstage pass. My cousin had a boyfriend that worked at the mall. So my one cousin would get everybody, we all get the tape covers, and she'll put all area access in a black magic marker. We'll go to this Photoshop place. It used to be a mall here called Northland. And we'll all go get it laminated. And we'll use those as backstage passes. And we sneak backstage. We was crazy, y'all. We did some crazy shit. We used to be doing all kind of stuff. I'm sick of watching these videos when they talking about mine. Man, I know this one girl is like, can we talk about something else? I don't want to hear about Von and Age of Doubt no more. I'm like, well, damn. So that's one reason why I really, if something new came up or some energy where I felt that he wanted me to say, I would say it. But for a while, I really didn't have nothing to say about him anymore. That's why I stopped saying it. But people that constantly keep on bashing or constantly bringing them up, it's like really like, but then people call me fake. So I'm like, whatever. I remember Kwame, I'm a little older than you. I met Tupac at a record store at the mall here in Chicago. Wow, Miss Riley, yes. Kwame used to be he was a rapper back then, y'all. We was all wearing polka dots and stuff. I mean, I think everything in your life happens according to plan because I always knew a lot about the music industry. I always knew, like, people at time, you need to do a gossip blog, or you always knowing this, you always knowing that. I mean, I just be knowing, and it's crazy because in the spirit, I can always hear him say, "You know what you know." And I guess because of me being around the industry for so long, maybe that's the reason why I can see some of this stuff that I see. I don't know. Because I'm telling you, I remember when we first met Jodeci, and Jodeci was a new up and coming group and whatever, and you can see the change in them. Like, they had went from being like straight to when I seen them go through drugs and all that, like their skin changed, everything. They started Devontae would miss shows and stuff. It was crazy how to see how drugs affected a group that we had met. What interview, Loyalty? What interview you talking about? I don't know. I'm just running my mouth now, y'all. Let y'all know a little bit about me. Yeah, because in some of the other videos, I think I put, but like how I met different people and stuff like that. I don't know what interview you're talking about. And I believe like we all are connected for different reasons. It might be for a season. It might be, when you spiritually connected to people, you learn, you grow from the situation, and you may stick with that spiritual family, or you may take some seeds from that and it get implanted into you. They really be trying to talk bad about him with a smile when they would never say anything when he was alive. Right. Exactly. It's weird. Have other spiritual people try to talk to me, Joy? I wouldn't say that Nipsey Hussle tried to talk to me, but I would say that Nipsey Hussle would lead you to the lake. Like, it's crazy. When Nipsey Hussle died that day, I felt so much good leave that day. Like, it really, 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 I could feel it. My dad was still alive. I screamed like, Lord, no, not again. And he was like, what's wrong with you? He thought something happened to my son. And you know how I speak or I talk to y'all and I just tell y'all what's on my mind. I would start to say different things on Instagram or, on different posts about Nipsey Hussle. And it was crazy because Nipsey Hussle connected me to some of his people. Some girls he went to school with, some of his damn people I've talked to, like Killer Twan before. I've talked to Cuzzy Capone. I've been connected to different people because of Nipsey Hussle. So when he said he'll lead you to the lake, that's true. He connected me to people. Nipsey Hussle really did. I don't know if he led Von to me in the spirit or what, because I've seen so many different plays in the death of Nipsey Hussle that it was crazy. That one lady who we are, Karen Civil, when Von was connected to me, and one morning I had been driving Lyft and I couldn't go to sleep. It was like he made me watch YouTube videos, and I looked, and one of the first videos I looked up was when he did that interview with Karen Civil, and I'm like, hell nah. I'm like, she is connected to you too. And I'm like, oh, yes, they use a lot of the same people. I have never tried to. That's why I need, I'm still learning and growing, y'all, too, because, like I said, I'm not a psychic. I intuitively, feel stuff. So I'm still learning my gifts as well. and I'm coming into it. It's like I've always, people around me, I could tell them things and they used to look at me like I was crazy and the stuff would happen. I'm driving Lyft. I met so many different people, y'all. People would get in my car, I didn't know from Adam. Something would come in my mind and I would say it to these people and they would look at me and it would be something about their lives. So I'm still learning my gift as well. Yeah, they are celebrities. They're always big now. They're little celebrities in their way. They think they can make a name just talking. Right. I believe that some people are just going to be out lying, talking about they knew this and knew that. You right. Future's TV. Check it out. Part 4. Okay. I'll do that too. Yeah, I'm still learning my gift. I'm still, I don't, and sometimes I run from my gift. Why? I don't know. And what's crazy, y'all, I learned some stuff coming into 2021 that I will never not listen to my intuition again. I will never not trust myself to understand that my angels and spirit guides are working for me, because I will always say, I hear something for everybody else. I don't hear nothing for me. I went through something this last month, y'all. I don't really want to say it on here, but if we ever get together and we talk on Instagram, I'll tell y'all. I heard some stuff for myself, and my dumbass still did not listen. But they still helped me. I'm not going to ever not listen again. I was told not to drive 2 times, and I did it anyway. But I got out of the situation. Some things happened, but I will never not listen to my intuition again. And if something's not good for me, I'm letting it go. I cannot fix everybody. I cannot help everybody. I have to help myself, and I have to listen to what my ancestors tell me, because I know I'm hard-headed. I'm an Aries. I got to listen. Thank you, Joy. Yeah, I got to trust myself and understand that I'm powerful. I have to understand that they're trying to help me. So I'm not going to never not listen again. My son, I'm praying to God, he got out of that one case. And he goes back to court on January the 6th. And I think he'll be coming home soon. And I pray when he comes home that he can get the help that he needs, because my son was a totally different person before these people shot him. And he wasn't like a street kid. He knew stuff because of what we taught him, but it played with his mind so bad. And Pierce is a Scorpio. And Scorpios retreat in their minds a lot. And it's not good when you don't talk about it. I always tell my son, like, if you don't work through your problem gonna work through you one way or the other. And I just pray that me and him together somehow he can just be better. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of what God gives me to help other people that my child is being attacked. But I pray that he knows that it's a reason why he's still here. And he has a purpose over his life. And I want him, as much as I want it for him, he got to want it for himself. But he know, I be knowing stuff. I would tell him stuff and he'd look at me. He would just start listening because he know if I say it, it's coming. Yes, loyalty. I don't know. Something about Scorpios. They say that you guys are close to the underworld, that you guys are like the gatekeepers of protecting us, and that you can be taken, in. Man, I seen my son go through some things, y'all. I wouldn't want anybody to do. I wouldn't want anybody to suffer. I wouldn't want anybody to be attacked the way I've seen my son be attacked. And it's a spiritual warfare going on, and I know it. I remember one time I was in the living room and I said something to my son, and the thing said, "Your son been gone a long time ago." And I looked at it and I said, "I don't know who you are or what you talking about, but my son will always be here." And I know that because of God and Jesus that I have instilled into my son, that he has had the strength to keep fighting. I pray that 2022 will bring blessings for me and my son. I really do. So I tell y'all, I've been fighting for a long time to try to help my family. I have been. And there's some people that wouldn't do it, but who am I not to help my family? Who am I not to help people when that's what God wanted me to do? Yeah. It's like when my dad passed in 2019. I didn't want my dad to die, of course, but that was right at the end before a pandemic. Before the pandemic, before all that stuff had hit and the world had shut down. And I'm like, if my dad would have went to the hospital and would have been by himself, he wouldn't know how to feel. And my dad just passed at home, like he just went to sleep and everything was okay. So I'd rather for him to have left us like that than to been in a hospital by himself. And I took care of my father to his last day. You know, he provided a way for all of us. My dad worked in General Motors, and my brother used to call it Generous Motors, and he helped so many people. So I'm like, I'm gonna help my father, and that's what I did. Yes, I'm gonna keep on believing it's gonna be okay, Loyalty. I have no other choice. I think sometimes people will see the things that you go through and want to understand how do you keep going, and I think that offends people. I really do. I have no other choice. I'm not gonna lay down and die. I'm just gonna keep on doing what I hear God to tell me to do. Yeah, I don't be wanting to cry, but it get tough sometimes. It really does. Sometimes I blame myself because I would have never brought my son into this world to suffer like that. But he gonna have to be strong. He gonna have to walk into his power. He gonna understand that he was saved for a purpose, and he got to walk into it. He gonna walk into it. God got him. He gonna figure it out. I done kept y'all over 2 hours. I love y'all. So look, we gonna do this again. I'm gonna figure out how to work the StreamYard so we can all start to talk and learn from each other. I want y'all to put up on the community tab the next thing we gonna talk about. And I'm gonna try to do some more, y'all. I'm gonna pray about it and see what the next reading is gonna be about. Cause I'm like, we pretty much be knowing intuitively what's really going on, like with mine. I'm gonna pull it, but I'm thinking, y'all, it's money and timing with this album. And somebody trying to use his material. I don't think that we're gonna get a DNA test from this girl. I think a court case is coming. I'll pull something on that. Because I think his mother is gonna be mad about her not doing a DNA test and using their last name. That's right, 10-9. I think that I gotta learn how to let. I can't. I can, I'm always trying to control something. You're right. I cannot. I can't control the outcomes of everything. I gotta learn that. I have to learn to accept to let the universe flow. I got to learn that. I got to know that I cannot control the outcomes. I'm so used to being a fixer that I want to fix everything and I can't. Yep. And then I be thinking people be wanting you to be down and be your own family. But you know what? That's why we form our own spiritual families, because for some reason, sometimes blood don't make you family. I love all y'all. I appreciate every single last person that have supported me throughout this channel, supported me through my journey. I support it. I mean, I love all of y'all. I really do. I mean, I started off just making these videos, not even knowing why. And I have helped people. People have came to me. So if you guys need, I mean, because I love to help people, and when I give readings that resonate with people, it makes me feel so good, like I'm using my gift that God gave me. I can intuitively pray about it, and then when people are so visual, that's why I start to pull the cards. And when the cards start matching up with my energy, I was like, wow. So yeah, we gotta come back and do this more. I'm going to be more active on YouTube. I gotta be, because it's the reason why, one of my purposes I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm gonna be more active. Oh, thank you, Joy. Well, I love everyone. We're gonna do this again. On the community tab, y'all just put what y'all want to talk about or something y'all want me to do a reading on. And if y'all haven't seen that, if you haven't seen the reading I did for what's coming for 2022, look at it, because it's really speaking about everything that we needed to be doing, letting stuff go and working through everything. So I believe that's a good reading. So we're gonna do this again, y'all. I'm still quarantining. I'm still gonna be putting up more content. You need a reading, loyalty? Let me know. I'll give you a reading. You can DM me. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. If you follow me, I don't know if you have an Instagram. If you don't, in my about channel, I got my Gmail. It's Miss Time. Oh no. It's glowyoutful18@gmail.com. I have that in my about. Let me put it up here. So if you want to email me, you want to start your YouTube, okay? We can look and put energy on that, like what you're supposed to be doing, right? Well, 18@gmail.com is my I'm sorry, y'all. I'm back. Let me put it here. Hold on. My boy gotta learn how to do this at gmail.com. I'm not sure if you on Instagram. I'm Miss Tanya Skin Therapist on Instagram. So if you need a reading or whatever, you can DM me or email me. I gave a couple of our followers readings, and I've helped them. I know it was a lady who found me on here last year. I didn't I did help. Lord, I was scared at first, because the way she came to me, she said something about her baby father had got killed on Facebook Live, y'all. And it scared me. And I'm thinking like, wow, like I don't want to see nobody getting killed on Facebook Live. But I told her, I said, well, can you email me or DM me what you want me to see? Well, anyway, make a long story short, I had to go on Facebook and look at the live. But before I did that, I told her I would pray about it and see what I came up with. And I went to sleep. I had been working or something. When I got up, I went to go get something to eat. And when I was driving down the road to go get me something to eat, I was talking to the man in the spirit, like I would just, talk to anybody. And I asked them, could I have permission to look into what happened to you? Your baby mother and your children wants to know what happened to you. And y'all, clear as day, like in my head, I heard my friend Tony did this or something. So I think me and her became friends on Facebook, and I asked her, did he have a friend named Tony? And she told me it was a guy named Antonio who she suspected, and I was like, oh my gosh, because that's what I heard. And when I told her, I said, I think that your baby's father was a person that a lot of people like to be around. He had good energy, and I said, this is what I'm feeling. I said, I think that he was surrounded by people that was jealous of him, and he did not know it. I said, but a lot of people came to him because he was a happy-go-lucky type of person. And she was like, yes. So when I looked at the Facebook of this man dying, he had did 2 lives. He was smiling. He had his sunglasses on. It was a sunny day, and he was in an apartment, and you could tell he was on the first floor because it's like he had his terrace open, like the your doing. You know how you open up the sliding doors? He had that open, like he getting fresh air. However, it wasn't scary like I thought, but you could see a person walk up in his sunglasses, and he knew who they was, and he looked and smiled, and they shot him. So I'm not fake. I'm going, like, if you ask me something, I'm gonna pray about it. I'm gonna ask for permission, and I'm gonna tell you what I hear. Yeah, so I've helped, and another couple people asked me for readings from here, and they told me it really resonated with them. So if you guys need help, I feel good to use my gift to help other people. I'm open to helping whoever, because I want to use my gift to help people. But I love y'all. I'm gonna end this broadcast. And what's today? Saturday. We can go live again tomorrow if y'all want, and I could think of some stuff to talk about. Anyway, good night, y'all, and I thank y'all for supporting me, and I love each and every one of y'all. Good night.